good, y'all? It's your boy Staz, the Italian Stallion, aka ESPN Staz, because I'm bringing it to you like a highlight, you dig? I got a super special guest in the building tonight, an MMA fighter out here in Phoenix. He's on the come up, super talented, man. Good dude as well, man. Shout out to Dre Marghitas, man, for plugging me up. We got Paul Marghitas in the building, man. What's good, bro?
What's going on, bro? It's a pleasure being on the show.
Yes, sir, man. It's a pleasure having you here, man. Like I said, off camera, man, I think it's important to shed light on the MMA scene out here and, the talent that's coming up out here, and you're at the forefront, you dig?
For sure, yeah.
So, like I said, I think the city, the state, for that matter, needs to know your story. And, here at AZY2 Active, we want to bring to light the active individuals out here. You feel me?
I appreciate you letting me share my story, bro.
No doubt, man. No doubt. So let's get started real quick, man. Obviously, we'll get into the fight on May 19th that you got coming up. But to let the people know that don't know, man, let the people know, where you grew up in Arizona and, how life was growing up out here.
For sure, yeah. I grew up in North Phoenix. I lived in Phoenix all my life. And, yeah, just growing up was real good. My parents and my mom, my dad, and my brother are all from Romania originally, which is why I appreciate you wearing the jersey. That's dope.
Hell yeah. You already know.
But, yeah, my family moved here back in, 2001. My mom was 6 months pregnant with me. So, life for them was pretty difficult for my mom and my dad because they left their whole family behind. My brother was 9 years old when he moved here, couldn't speak English. So life for them was very difficult. For me, in the early years, it was difficult. But my upbringing was, I would consider it a pretty good childhood. I had a good upbringing. Everything was good growing up. And, yeah.
That's dope, man. Have you ever been to Romania?
I have been to Romania. I've been to Romania, I think, 4 or 5 times. So I went 3 or 4 times when I was younger. Last time I went was when I was 7 years old, and then I recently went. Not recently, it's been a minute. I went in 2017, and I went and I saw my family, which was super cool. And then it's funny you mentioned that because I plan on going after my fight as well. I miss my family. I miss all the people there. So I plan on going there after my fight.
Dope, man, dope. I mean, what do you remember from going out there? What's it like out there?
Bro, it's a completely different world, honestly. It feels like you're stepping on a whole new planet. So, in Arizona, just, everything about it, the environment is, different cultures, different architectures and everything, a different language. And thankfully, I can speak the language, so it's cool because I go and get around. And just everything, like I said, the environment, over here, it's desert, rocks, all this. Over there, there's green and life and nature, and it's a lot more walking, and it's a city. It's cool as fuck.
Yeah, that's super dope, man. Super dope. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I definitely want to visit Romania sometime in my life for sure, man.
You been to Italy?
I've been to Italy.
That's dope.
You feel me? Hell yeah, my aunt lives in Italy.
Oh, that's super sick. So you got family there?
Yeah, my blood aunt, my official aunt. You dig?
You speak Italian?
Shit, bro, just a little bit.
Enough to understand it, type thing.
Yeah, enough. You know what I mean?
But
That's
dope.
I definitely want to learn more. But anyway, man. So, what or who got you into MMA? What made you want to be yo, I want to do this?
Well, as a kid, I had to be put into something. I was getting to that age where I got to start doing a sport and everything. So we were just trying to figure it out. And my dad wanted to put me in karate, and my mom wanted to put me in dance. And then my brother found out MMA, UFC. He knew about it, and found out about jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So he suggested putting me in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and I did that with one of my childhood best friends, and I kind of just stuck with it. I got into jiu-jitsu when I was 8 years old, and a year later at the MMA lab, I've been training at the MMA lab since I was 12, and at the lab, they offer kickboxing classes as well for kids and everything. So a year later, when I was 9 or 10, I got into kickboxing and just kind of stuck with it. I really enjoyed it. I started doing jiu-jitsu tournaments, and I like the competitiveness of it. I like the art of it. It's super exhausting, but it's this dope, peaceful art, that requires you to choke out your partner. So it's this cool little thing. And then in middle school, I started wrestling. So from seventh and eighth
Hmm.
grade throughout high school, I started wrestling at my schools.
Okay, at Greenway.
At
Okay.
Greenway and at
Hmm.
Desert Foothills Middle School. So that's when I
Okay.
first started wrestling. I wrestled a little bit at the MMA lab as well, but I stuck more to like jiu-jitsu and like Muay Thai and kickboxing.
Hmm. Okay, got you, got you. Dope. So you did that during school, and then you obviously you graduated high school,
hmm
and then what was this next step after that? Was it like, okay, let me try and take this MMA shit as far as possible?
Well, I figured that out when I was like 12, 13. At 12,
Okay.
13, that's when I really decided like, damn, you know what, I'm going to stick with this and you know what I mean, I'm going to stay disciplined to it. I don't
Hmm.
know if I told you, but like I've never drank, I've never smoked and
Uh
like that's
huh.
just because like I know at the highest level like you got to get every advantage possible. So if your
Yeah.
liver's a little bit fucked up or your lungs from smoking or something.
Hmm.
So I never drank and I never smoked and I just stayed disciplined to that and I told myself at like 12 and 13 that's what we're gonna do. That's what me and Dre were talking about, and
Hmm.
Dre told me and warned me that it's a super hard sport, but
Yeah.
I had enough love for it at that age and enough. You know what I mean, I was passionate about it that I decided to stick with it. So then after high school, I planned on having a fight immediately. 'Cause, I turned
Hmm.
18 years old, so I was fit to fight. But
Hmm.
you know, unfortunately, I graduated during the COVID pandemic and all that
Hmm.
stuff, and
Yeah.
I wasn't able to like train for like 6 months, 8 months, or however long that thing lasts. So
Hmm.
as soon as I was able to get past that, then you know I started training again, and I had my first fight back in August. And
Okay.
so far, I'm 1-0. So
Dope, man, dope. So yeah, I kind of figured that. So it was like you was doing jujitsu and wrestling and all that, but in the back of your mind, you're like, all right, I'm gonna do all this, but once I graduate, it's gonna be like boom, full steam
full steam, full time
MMA.
job.
Yeah, dope.
That's what the plan was.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. So let's talk about that, man. Let's talk about your first fight. How was that experience, man?
It was insane. So if I'm gonna talk about my first fight, I got to go back to getting on a fight team at the lab. So
Hmm.
at the lab, we have a fight team, an elite team that you can only be invited to. You can't just hop on a team. And that was a surreal experience, man. That was a humbling experience. I thought I was like a good fighter and
Hmm.
everything, and oh, like I'm gonna be this great fighter. And I got on a team, and I got asked to join on a sparring day, and
Hmm.
man, they beat the fuck out of me. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I like it was bad, and that lasted for like 3 months, bro, of me just showing up to practice and not sure what's gonna happen to me. I would show up and be like, whatever happens, happens today.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started training on a fight team when I was like 19, as soon as I was able to, and that was really hard. And eventually, you know, after like 3 months or 4 months, you got to start adapting to it so you don't
Hmm.
get beat up every single day. So I
Yeah.
started getting better and better, and then started doing cage rounds, and that's when finally I got the chance to get a fight in July, and it got pushed back into August. But
Hmm.
that's when I was finally able to get a chance to fight, and the fight was it was a new experience. I had to cut weight in wrestling, but that was my first time cutting weight from like 165 down to 145.
Hmm.
And thankfully, I got a lot of veterans and a lot of guys that were able to help me and kind of
Hmm.
show me the way on how to do that at the MMA lab. But the whole process was experience. I had my first training camp, which was amazing, which is like, you know, you start dieting, you start eating healthy. You're not gonna get off on no bullshit. You're not gonna go
Hmm.
and eat canes or nothing or
Yeah.
no unhealthy foods. And you're training every single day, and you're
Hmm.
training like 3-4 hours a day. I mean, you start doing cage rounds, which is like you have regular sparring outside of the cage, and then inside of the cage,
Hmm.
you're going 90 to like 100%. So I started
Really?
doing that, yeah,
Wow.
which is super difficult, and the build up to the fight was an experience that I learned a lot from, and then the
Hmm.
fight itself was amazing. I definitely had like I I wasn't really nervous during the fight. I was kind of more of like, I guess, relieved. You know what I mean? Like you put all that hard work in, you did the weight cut. Like finally, I get to go out there and like do what I do. So
Hmm.
I wasn't really nervous, but like the actual fight, I definitely got like what's the word? Kind of got like shocked. You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
oh shit, like I'm really in this. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
like,
Like butterflies, kind of.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to say butterfly. It's more of like star shocked or
Yeah.
star. You know what I mean?
Like I'm
Like
really doing this
whoa,
shit.
yeah, I'm in
Yeah.
this. Yeah, I'm
Got
really
you.
doing this shit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was like I got the jitters out of the way, and after like a little bit, once I was like in the second or third round, that's when I was like really like warming up and like
Hmm.
kind of like
Let's get to it.
let's get to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the whole experience was incredible. I can't wait to do it again. I'm excited for it. It
Yes,
was
sir.
the adrenaline rush and like even afterwards, like just after the fight, I hopped on the cage and I looked at the crowd and the
Hmm.
crowd was cheering me and like it was just
Yeah.
such a nice moment. So
Oh
I'm
man, I
excited
bet
for it.
that adrenaline was probably just crazy
Through the roof, bro.
through the roof.
I went in the back and I didn't even celebrate. I just had to sit down for a second. I had the
Calm
adrenaline
down.
dump and I just sat down for a second. I was like, damn, this shit is
Yeah.
hard, bro. This is a hard sport.
Hell yeah, for sure. So I want to touch on obviously your brother Dre. You know what I mean. He's been involved obviously in your career. Talk about what he does on the team and how important he's been in your career so far.
Yeah, from day one, he's one of my biggest inspirations. He's the reason why I got into it. He's the reason I don't drink or smoke. 'Cause from a young age, he was showing me like, okay, if you want to smoke, this is what your lungs are gonna look like, and they were like all black and tarred up, and
Hmm.
seeing that at a young age, I was like kind of traumatized. Like I don't want this,
Hmm.
or this is what this does. So he's part of the whole process. He's there from the beginning. We made like from a young age, we had like a blueprint. Like this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna follow. These are the goals that we're gonna meet, and this is what we're gonna do step by step to get to the point that we want to be. So as of right now, like I don't even know where to begin what he does. I mean, he's my manager, so that's for
Okay.
one. I mean, he takes care of everything with like business wise and like just helps me with everything like that. But on
Okay.
top of that, he also helps me train. He motivates me. He will hold pads for me. He'll roll with me. I mean, whenever I gotta get like a workout in or something. He was in the back of my first fight. He was in my corner and he was in the back room just wrestling with me, getting me warmed up. He does it all.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Um, that's great to have family obviously involved. It makes it, like you have somebody to trust. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. For sure, dude. He's my best friend. I love him more
Hmm.
than anything. So
Yeah.
for him to be in my corner, not just in MMA, but like through life, is like it's
Hmm.
calming for me. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I can kind of just do whatever I need to do whatever I want to do, and I know that he'll always have my back.
Hmm. Got you. Got you. Recently, man, you were on the cover of Phoenix New Times.
Hmm.
Had a full spread article in the New Times as well. Tell me how that came about, man, and how that what that means to you, man.
I mean, man, that's crazy. Yeah, I saw it with my own eyes, and I was like, oh my God, I'm on the Phoenix New Times front page of the magazine. Like that's crazy with Ryan Bader, who's an Arizona
Hmm.
legend, who's an MMA legend. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So that was crazy. It came through with my brother setting it up from the beginning. Like I was
Hmm.
saying, my brother does it all, so
Yeah.
he was able to get that done and help me out with that. And man, it's crazy. I was reading the article and it was cool to see me talk about or to see them write about like my family and where I came
Hmm.
from and my upbringing and all that stuff and my journey through MMA and at the MMA lab and
Hmm.
training there. So it's insane. It didn't really hit me at the beginning. I saw the magazine and I was like, or I saw that I was gonna be on the front page and I kind of saw like the electronic version of it, and
Yep.
I was like, "Oh, this is cool." You know what I mean, like whatever. And then
Hmm.
I saw the actual copies and them in like the little magazine holders, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Damn, like that's me." I had people sending pictures of the magazines to me,
Yeah.
or posting it on their story and tagging me, like, "Whoa, that's like." I'm not famous or nothing, but that's like famous people shit. That's kind of
Yeah.
cool. You know what I mean? I get to
Yeah.
experience
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. You in like the gas stations, like the grocery stores and shit. Like
Hmm.
Phoenix New Times, people read that shit.
I can't imagine how many people read it. I actually got like a good amount of followers on Instagram from people that I do not know, and I was
Yeah.
like, wonder if this is from the magazine or what this is.
Mhm.
But yeah, I can't imagine how many people read it.
Mhm.
It's insane.
Yeah, that's dope as fuck. Yeah, man. For all y'all out there, man, that don't know or haven't read it, man, go to a local, grocery store, gas station. Shit, anywhere in the city, man, go pick that New Phoenix New Times magazine up. You'll catch Paul up in there, man, and get to know his story a little bit. So that's super dope, man. And then obviously, the article shedded light on the MMA scene out here in Phoenix. Um, what can you say about the scene out here? Like what do you think the scene is like out here? Is it on the come up? What should people know about the MMA scene out here?
I wouldn't call it on a come up. I would say it's already there. It's the number
Really?
one hotspot. So there's a lot of great fighters that came out of Arizona, which is insane. The place that I train at specifically at the MMA lab, we got hella UFC fighters. We got hella pro fighters. We got people up and coming.
Hmm.
We got guys like Mario Bautista, who's going to be fighting Cody Garbrandt, who's
Oh
a
yeah,
former
he's
champion.
fire.
Yep,
Hmm.
super fire. He's got like 3 fight bonuses already.
Uh-huh.
Just super fun to watch. Jared Cannonier, who fought Israel Adesanya, he's like the number 2 ranked middleweight or something like that.
Hmm.
Benson Anderson was a former champion. So
Wow.
that's my gym alone. That's not even the state of Arizona. You
Wow.
mean it's just a hot spot. There's a lot of fighters that we got, and then there's a lot of like young fighters that we got, pro fighters, guys
Mhm.
like Jose Delgado and Ivan Tena. Like those guys are in my weight class who are like
Mhm.
5-1, 4-1, fire ass fighters, bro. They're coming out of MMA lab that grew up in Arizona their whole life.
Mhm.
So on the come up, it's more like it's already there to me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Facts. Okay, that's dope. Who were some fighters that you kind of watched growing up? You kind of liked growing up?
The number one guy is Benson Anderson. That's one of
Really?
my That's
Wow.
one of my biggest role models. So I watched him perform in person twice, I think, in
Mhm.
his career. Other guys I grew up watching, obviously Conor McGregor,
Oh yeah, man, he's one of my favorite athletes ever.
for sure, bro.
Uh-huh.
Conor McGregor is the guy.
Yeah.
Sean O'Malley right now. I really like Hamzat Chimaev in the UFC right now.
Mhm.
His style, he just goes in there and dominates.
Uh-huh.
The greatest of all time, John Jones.
Oh yeah, man. How
And
can
then
you forget?
right under Ben Henderson, it's got to be Anderson Silva.
Oh
Me
yeah.
and Dre grew up watching Anderson Silva,
Oh
and that was
yeah.
a guy that like really like motivated us. You know what I mean, like, yo, Anderson
Yeah.
Silva's the guy. Like
Uh-huh.
let's do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Anderson Silva, there's so many fighters. Frank Mir, I
Mhm.
can just keep listening to
So
all these
many.
guys I grew up watching. Frank
Mhm.
Mir, has got like this iconic moment when
Mhm.
he had Minotauro Nogueira and this like uh Kimura lock, if you know what that is, and they flip over a few times, and then Frank Mir like breaks in. I remember seeing
Mhm.
that when I was like 12 years old, and I was like, damn, like
Sheesh.
this sport is fucking crazy.
Sheesh, crazy man. Lots of legends, man, for sure. Like I would say Conor McGregor's my favorite, bro.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, who's your favorite right now, Connor?
Conor McGregor, you know what I mean? Just because, well, I'm a little biased because I went to Ireland and stayed there for a while, for school
That's
and
super
stuff.
sick.
You know what I
How long
mean?
did you stay there?
2.5 months.
Damn, so you
Yeah.
were there.
Yeah, I was living there for like the summer. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? But just his style, you know what I mean? His aura, just like it just kind of gives you that like, damn, this dude is entertaining. You feel
Hmm.
me? But his story is what captivated me. Like
And
he
I
came
was,
from shit.
yeah,
Feel me? Like he
from
really came
nothing.
from shit. You know what I mean? And just rose all the way to where he's at.
Yeah, he was in like
Mhm.
a plumbing trade or something like that
Yeah,
from what I saw, and he started fighting and nobody was
yeah,
really supporting him on it. I love his story, and I love the pride that he has for his country.
yeah.
I feel the same way about that. I want to put
Uh huh.
Romania on the map. So
Uh huh.
Ireland, you mean nobody was really like a fighter from Ireland. All of a sudden, he put Ireland on the map, and the
Mhm.
people love him. I love that. That's my favorite thing about Connor, and
Yeah,
why he's one of my
exactly.
favorite fighters.
Yeah, with the flag and if I'm not mistaken, you brought the flag out your first fight, did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Mhm.
for sure.
The Romanian flag.
I want to be the greatest fighter of all time. So if I'm
Mhm.
gonna do that, I want to put my country on the map. I got a
Facts.
lot of I got a lot of pride in that from where I
Mhm.
come from, where my family comes from.
Yeah.
I mean, all my family's in Romania. You know what I mean? So that's super
Mhm.
important to me. So when
Mhm.
I do come out and you know what I mean, I'm getting in the cage with another man, I'm gonna beat him up. You know what I mean? I want the people to know where I come from.
Exactly, man. That's super dope, man. That's great right there. That's incredible. Um, so man, let's get to it, man. May 19th, your second fight, Wild Horse Pass in Chandler.
Yep.
Um, for all y'all out there, man, that are MMA fans, um, come out, man. Come support. Come check him out. It's gonna be major. What can we expect, man? And just talk about what you've been doing leading up to the fight.
Man, I've been training my ass off. This training camp has been amazing, and the thing about it is that I had a couple fight cancellations, so I've been in training camp since like December, dude. So I
Mhm.
just been training nonstop,
Mhm.
doing my cage rounds, getting the extra work in, and especially in this one, I feel great. I've been working a lot with my strength training coach. I mean, I'm up in the morning from 9 to 11 in the morning, strength training with UFC fighters next to me. I mean,
Mhm.
the entire process has been great. I'm training with a lot of really good guys. I've been doing cage rounds. Like before this fight, I've been doing cage rounds with Ben Henderson, who
Mhm.
was a scary experience.
Yeah.
I did a couple cage rounds with Pete Rodriguez, who's fighting this
Wow.
Saturday in the UFC.
Wow. Yeah, I know who that is.
So yeah,
Mhm.
for sure, dude got a KO of the night in his last fight. You know what I mean,
Wow.
so I've been training
Mhm.
with a lot of really, really high level guys. Some of the guys I mentioned earlier, Ivan Tenna, who's also fighting on that. Um, Ezra Elliott. You know what I mean,
Mhm.
we got 8 people fighting on the card from the
Wow.
MMA lab.
Wow.
So it's just gonna be a takeover. You know what I
Mhm.
mean, we're gonna go in there and we're gonna go 8-0 for the night.
Hell yeah. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. That's incredible, man. Um, yeah, man. Y'all make sure to check that out, man. Let the people know, what you hope to accomplish with this fight. Like, do you want to get to, obviously, you want to get to the UFC?
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, what are some goals that you have and that you're working towards in your career right now?
I want to get like 3 more fights. 4 would be sick, but I want to get 3 more fights before the year ends. You mean go
Mm-hmm.
4-0, and then eventually go pro after that, and then get a couple fights in and get into the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just taking it step by step. You mean I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
go in May 19th, laser sharp, and
Mm-hmm.
and go 2-0 on that night, and then just keep working from there. You mean keep building, keep
Mm-hmm.
doing what I do, and just step by step, keep building up.
Mm-hmm. Got you, man. Take your time. You're not in a rush.
Yeah.
You got a bright future, and it's just all about being meticulous and planning and just being focused. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Laser sharp. Hell yeah, that's dope, man. So yeah, man. What advice do you have to? You're obviously a young man yourself, but for kids out here that want to get to that level, you know what I mean? That want to become an MMA fighter, like what does it take? You feel me?
Takes everything you got. That's what my coach and Ben Henderson say all the time at the end of practices. All it takes is everything you got. The advice that I would give is it's a hard sport, bro. It's
Mm-hmm.
such a hard sport, and I didn't realize that until I got on the fight team. But you really got to give it everything you have. If you don't love it, then don't
Mm-hmm.
even bother. I mean, if you want to do it for fun on the side, absolutely. I think everybody should be getting into MMA. I think everyone should be doing jiu-jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to take it professionally, you just gotta, you know what I mean, bear with it and
Yeah.
just keep on training, keep on working,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't stop. Because
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of really good fighters that want it. There's a lot of hungry fighters, and if
Mm-hmm.
you want to get to the top, then you just gotta show up every single day and put your penny in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my advice.
Got you, man. Y'all heard that, man. For all you young ones out there watching that want to get into MMA, man, pay attention to the game. Pay attention to the advice, cause yeah, man, you're gonna get your ass beat. You feel me? And this isn't boxing. You know what I mean? You're gonna get hit everywhere on your body.
There's a lot of different parts
You
of it. You're
feel
gonna get
me?
taken down. You're gonna
Taken
get leg
down.
kicked, head kicked,
Yep.
body kicked,
Hmm.
all that. You're gonna get kneed. You're gonna get elbowed. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of different things.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, man. So obviously, let the people know where they can get tickets for May 19th, where they can find you on social media, and where they could, if they can, watch it on their tablet or on TV or anything like that.
If you're not able to show up, you can watch it on UFC Fight Pass. The best place to find me on social media is on my Instagram, which is at Paul Marghitas. And if you want to buy tickets, that's also the best way. I got the link in my bio. It's super easy. It already has my name in it and everything. So you just go click link on a bio and then click purchase tickets under Paul Marghitas. And yeah.
Got you, dope, man. Yeah, man. And with that, man, we're gonna wrap it up, man. Appreciate you for pulling up, man. It's a pleasure. Once
I really
again.
appreciate you having me on the show, bro.
No doubt, man. No doubt. AZ Way Too Active, man. Paul Marghitas is in the building, man. MMA fighter out here in Phoenix. He's on the come up, y'all. He's about to be 2-0. May 19th. Go check that out. The fight, you know what I mean? And, it's a movie, man. Really good dude. Dope athlete out here. But it's your boy Staz, man. The Italian Stallion, a.k.a. ESPN Staz, because I'm bringing it to you like a highlight. We got dope interviews all year coming out. Definition of Active right here at AZ Way Too Active. We out this bitch. Peace.